you beautiful people. It's the old Cockney birder here, and it's all about getting real. I'm not exactly what to call this one today, to tell you the truth. There's a kind of some grief involved with this one. So I'm going to call it Grieving for Humans. I don't know if you're keeping up with what's going on out there, but I'll tell you what, you've got to be blind not to see anything. It's going on all around the world, isn't it? But what can we do about that? But you hear a lot of people out there making a lot of noise. And I'm kind of not liking what I'm hearing, to tell you the truth. Like I said, this is all about grieving for humans, I tell you what. I just named that as I was switching this thing on, so I didn't have a name or anything for what I was going to talk about. I just see what I see, hear what I hear, and then come up with my own thought patterns on it. And it doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. But because I try and look at AI, and I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but whenever I see things that are going a little bit pear-shaped, you can't help but switch your news on, right? Put YouTube on and put news and see what. Jeez, it's all. Oh my God, blimey, unbelievable what's going on. You know, there was and I think when was this? Today I heard about this. I think about a train stabbing. You know. I don't know if anybody's heard about this. Like I say, I'm only just kind of really, I'm not sure. I've just pulled it up on my phone. Charlotte train stabbing suspect. And this says killing could have been prevented, but you know, what's going on? What's going on? It's crazy what's going. Again, like you can't help but look around, and then there's that fella. I remember seeing a picture of this guy and thinking, I wonder why he's on the news, and then like just not really going there because I try and avoid the news. But again, I just pulled it on my phone so I can get the name right. But Charlie Kirk, you know that guy and all. And I don't listen. I've seen the guy about. You know, on campuses and one thing the other, and I remember there was something on, I can't even remember what it was called, actually. It was where they get to question people. I don't know. Anyway, I think it was on YouTube. And I've seen him on that, and, I work on keeping in a very neutral position as much as I possibly can. You know, given the amount of news and everything out there and the feedback that you hear and things that you see and some of it like real hatred, I try and I work hard because I have my own anger issues and shit like that and getting angry at stuff and going into rage, and I work hard on keeping a very neutral, as much as I possibly can, position on everything. I never used to be like that. There would always be a side, taken, but it brings you a lot of suffering, and it's trying to keep an open. It ain't easy. This ain't easy. This is all part of the journey that I'm on. Keeping an open mind to everybody's side of things and looking at how different demographics are going to have different views and different politics are going to have different views, but working on keeping kind of in the centre, looking at everything, and then, coming up with my own opinions. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm picking anybody's side or anything. It's just like, well, that guy made sense there. That guy made sense there. And they can be from both separate ends of the spectrum. You don't have to follow a side and then it's completely militant that way. I mean, it's who's right, who's wrong, right? All I'm saying is what I do. And I can't help but think if you're stuck, like I've been there, where you're stuck on that one side and then the rage and the anger and just the whole energy of it is off at that point. And, but I tell you what, I can't accept people wanting people to fucking be dead, and I can't. I sit and I go, okay, if someone's not liking a certain politics about somebody or things they've said or anything like that, it's not for me to decide. Can we get angry to that point? Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, hey, don't think that I haven't been there, because I have, but like I said, I really work hard on. There's certain things on this journey. There's certain things on this journey, and there's certain things in the big things that I follow, like Buddhism, Hindu, etc., like that. And that one thing is everything has a right to live, and I work on living by that. Everything. I remember my youngest daughter years ago now. It's still up there, I think. But I was near the beginning of my journey, and I remember she spotted a mosquito. There was a mosquito on the ceiling, and I nearly had a fit. And I'm like, "What'd you do that for?" And she goes, "It's a mosquito." And I went, "Yeah, but it's a life. We can't do it." So now we try our damnedest, the best way that we can. So if there's anything in the house, to get it out in a reasonable way. I.e. jar over the top. We've done it with roaches and everything. And I knew I had a problem with the bug thing, because I used to have my own pest control company, and when I was turning up to the houses and taking the insects off the house and putting them to safety, it's like, okay, the journey is going in that direction. And everything has a right to live. Everything, And I'm not saying anybody to follow my way or follow my path, or it just is. It's a way that I've chosen. It's that, and it's what keeps me on a level. Keeps me on a level. If I feel myself swaying, or which again, the news, and you look around you and things that's happening and people that you talk to, and you're getting bombarded from every kind of viewpoint and angle and compassion and hatred and you name it. You're going to hear it all. I like surrounding myself with a whole mix of different views and points. Another reason why I keep myself central. I can talk to any of them, and they know where I stand on my ways and how I feel, and then there's no disrespect taken on my part, because I just say, what I feel. And one of those is life is life is life. And you can't help but look around and see what's going on and think, holy shit, what is actually happening? Among other things, yeah. I mean, let's, I'm just talking about, I'm basically grieving for our own human morals when I'm hearing hurt and hate and for somebody that isn't here no more, and the families and young ones they may have had, and mums and dads, and it's not just that one person at the end of the day, and anybody that can turn around and wish somebody and their families and friends and everything some kind of ill health or whatever. Coming from a journey that I'm on, and the way I choose to think, I can't, in what I believe, we always say, you don't want to bring on the karma. I don't want to be, and I don't. When my daughter hit that mosquito that day, I was like, oh shit, because it does, it's like, shit, I don't want to. I remember my mate telling me a story about when he was in Thailand once, and he got off a bike, and he was with a girl, and he got off the bike in Thailand, and he's like, oh, what do I do with my crash helmet? And she's like, oh, just leave it on your bike. And he's like, leave it on the bike. And when he looked down all the bikes, all the crash helmets were just sitting on the bikes, and he couldn't fathom how these crash helmets weren't getting fucking stolen. And he said to the girl, what, how were all these? And she goes, why would anybody want to bring bad karma upon themselves? And I thought about that, and I thought, oh shit, there's, people really, I get it. I don't take it lightly, and that's me. I don't take it lightly, that's me, because that's all part of my journey. And it works the other way as well. You do good things, you get good karma as well. You'll find things will happen for you and better for you, but yeah, maybe I'm bitching and moaning. I don't know. Hit me up in the comments, please, because I'm literally using this as a platform to just be like sad, I guess. I got sadness there because it's hard to believe that there's, my heart goes out to anybody that's across the globe. And that, if you're thinking I'm agreeing with any of the killing, I don't agree with any of it. None of it. None of it. So don't come screaming at me, oh, what about this and what about that? The rule in my journey is a life is a life. I can't imagine those that are, I mean, my dad fought in the Second World War, and I freaking look at him. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore, but I look at him and I think, crying out loud, he was about 18 years old, and he's been sent into sent in to do a job, and I can't imagine what that would feel like, to tell you the truth. I know he became very emotionally detached, which was real sad, because I don't even know if he knew who he was, to tell you the truth. I mean, looking at my journey back then, growing up as a kid, hey, he was a freaking big hero and never feared anything, but it's all a facade. There's no way that man didn't fear, but when it's made out of not be like, I don't fear anything, that gets passed down. So yeah, I've had a lot of mental issues around that kind of thing, and I've had to look back and look at things like that and go, he was a human being and doing what he had to do, but there's no way in living hell that it didn't come with any fear. No way. No way. I mean, my therapist was even saying with some of the things I've explained story-wise, she's like, he probably had PTSD. And yeah, no doubt. I don't doubt it. Absolutely don't doubt it. But hey, I'm glad he made it, because there I am, and I'm here. you hadn't have made it, I wouldn't even be sitting behind this mic now. Be a mystery. Be a mystery. So, think about it, guys, yeah? Energy follows energy, guys, it really does. We don't want to be wishing hate or anything like that or hurting on anybody. Tell me where your energy is when you do that. Tell me where your energy's at. And tell me where your energy's at when you have, sadness and like pity and stuff for people. I know what I'd rather do, and it's all about being a human being and life. So I'm one of those guys that goes walking around the ants. I'm looking at the paving and, oh yeah, I know, right? When we've had the rains and the worms are on the paving and they're not looking too clever like they're trying to make it, I'm the guy that's going along picking them up and throwing them back on the grass. Yep, I sure do. Don't believe me? Ask my oldest, ask my daughters, they know. I'm getting snails out of the way, I'm doing all kinds of things out there. It's all about life, guys, it's all about life. And living life and loving other lives. Living together. Stay that course, guys. Namaste.